Hi guys, I trust that all of us were all well. Of course, first of all, happy Eid al-Adha. Yeah, of course, for our Muslim brothers and sisters. Yeah, so today is a beautiful day, and all of us, at least, we are taking a break after a very short week, given the fact that we had another holiday on Monday. Yeah, so today's conversation basically I want us to talk majorly about the emerging issues, of course, in finance and accounting. This is an area that we are all in. And before we jump into talking about the emerging issues, of course, in accounting and finance, which I know is going to be a mind-blowing conversation. At this point, of course, to celebrate our brothers, Muslim brothers and sisters, which will also extend to all of us. Yeah. Over during this weekend, of course, there is a offer that we'll be giving you guys for those, of course, who are doing any CASNEB course and all other courses that, of course, we normally tend to offer. Over this weekend, if at all you subscribe to any of our course, then these are very good news. Yeah, we'll be having an offer for you, so you should take an advantage of it. Immediately after this session, find that let me just share with us what I will be giving and also maybe guiding you on how you can always go about MDRAS platform. These are what we have. These are will cut across, of course, for both new and any person who is existing and you want to take a new course. Sharing with us right now. So you guys should enjoy, right? Whenever we're having such holidays, they are always, of course, a pleasure on our end. And yeah, it is good to appreciate. Yeah, it is very good to appreciate for sharing with us this bit right now in a moment. So, of course, for those who are, who are with us, yeah, and you want to enjoy this amazing offer that we have for you. So if at all you don't have an account, all you need to do is to come to our platform. That is app.mdarasa.com. Once you are in the platform, all you need to do is to literally create your account. If at all you don't have one, you can come and create an account, fill in all the details that you'll want to fill. That is your name, phone number, email address, all these details. Generally, the normal way of opening any other account. Yeah. So after you're done with that, of course, you can come and create account. Once you've created your account, you can basically log in at this point. So once you've logged in, we have various courses that we do offer for you, which you can take an advantage of. Power Business Intelligence, of course, these are some of amongst the concepts that we'll be having on this conversation. Each and every course, of course, will be giving a very, very good discounted price. You can always reach us out. Say for those who are taking CPA and any CASNEB course, once you search CPA, then you come get started. We do start learning. Yeah. So these are the courses that we do have. Ideally, right now, you can see that we normally tend to charge 4,000 per unit, right? But this weekend, this is what we have for you guys. For anyone who will be purchasing any content or any course this weekend, for the pre-recorded version, the one on the platform is a pre-recorded version, you're going to purchase it at 3,000 per unit than 4,000. So you're going to have a discount of 1,000 shillings per each unit that you're purchasing. And imagine with this amount, this is what you're going to get. I've always shared with you this. I know some of us, you're very familiar now. Our case of a pre-recorded version, I know it is very unique compared to the rest, because what you're going to get on our end, number one, you're going to access these resources, which will include the past papers, class notes, and revision materials. The other segment you're going to access is a recorded version for the ongoing class. Say, for example, this semester, this financial management, this semester, you'll find that we've already done how many classes? 6 classes, which you can still access whatever that we have done. Now, the other area, of course, you'll get now the classes arranged topic-wise, where you get the videos arranged topic-wise. And the most beautiful part of it is that you can always, of course, be able to download this content to watch offline, either by doing download, which will be downloading on the background. You'll be patient for it to download everything, or you can come on this option, you right-click, then you save your video as. So that's another option that you can use to take an advantage and download the videos to watch or to watch offline. So this for us. This weekend, actually from today all through the weekend up to Sunday, you need a course from Mdarasa, the pre-recorded version, get it at 1,000 discounted price, meaning that instead of 4,000, you'll only be paying what? 3,000 shillings, yeah? That's an offer. We must celebrate, of course, with our Muslim brothers and sisters. And as I've said, this is extended, of course, to all of you doing, of course, any custom course or any course that you want to do with us. The main conversation of today, yeah, that was just to notify you of the offer, right? The main conversation today is all about the emerging issues in finance and accounting. Yeah, the fact is that where we are sitting today, we can't ignore this anymore. Things are changing, and they are literally changing very fast. So on this segment, I just wish to give you a snippet on, of course, some of the main changes that you'll find they're very critical, more so where we are heading. A lot of things are changing, and as I've said, we cannot ignore it anymore. So as soon as you prepare yourself, of course, the better you'll be in coming days. So one thing that we need to understand is that the roles of accounting and finance professionals is changing very fast, literally very, 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 very fast. So you'll find that if at all you can look at the economic landscape in 2025, of course, this is what was published by, of course, finance and accounting, that is Access. You'll find that if at all you can look at these stats, that is the economic landscape in 2025, there are 5 main areas that are going to be affected when it comes to matters to do with that technology. We'll be talking about emerging finance technology, which now is a space that we are in. We have an aspect to do with compliance. Number 3, we'll always be talking about the aspect to do with remote work and hybrid working. I know all of us, we can be witness that nowadays you'll find that majority of the businesses actually, they are adopting hybrid mode of working. I know it'll be like at our place, we don't do hybrid. Yeah, maybe right now you're not doing it, but probably it is coming, yeah? So the hybrid mode, it is a case whereby you find that partly you're working in the office, literally sitting and doing your things in the office. Partly you are working at home, whereby you just do it remotely. We can all be witnesses that things have literally changed, right? Previously, where people didn't believe that you can work from home, nowadays this is not news. It's like a common thing that is happening, yeah? So there's also another area that, of course, it has been listed on the economic landscape in 2025. We have our skills and development, where like previously we were so passionate, and in this case, we were believing a lot with hard skills. Yes, they play a role now, but you'll find that what will make you difference in where we are sitting, of course, it will be aspect to do with your soft skills. So most of the important question that you should tend to ask yourself is, how well am I prepared when it comes to matters to do with what? With soft skills. So we'll also be talking about the same. The other issues are all about, of course, data security and cyber security, the cybersec. So you'll find that these areas are the areas are going to be affected more so when it comes to these emerging technologies. And for our case, we are in the line of finance and accounting, which I'll just want to touch something on that. So at this point, I know this one might not be new to majority of us. We've heard about cloud-based accounting. Yeah. Of course, a good example maybe if at all you can take QuickBooks Online. See, so where you don't need a physical software that maybe you have installed on your machine. This is to say you can literally access your work anywhere that you are in. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in the office for you to access the work. This means that any person who has access or any person who has been given access to access, maybe has been given, of course, that permission to access this data, this person can access your data wherever this person is, regardless of time, regardless of location. So long as I'm having the login details, I can usually access the accounting records. So you'll find that at this point, what cloud-based accounting majorly will do, you'll find that we somehow substituting what we used to have previously, where if at all it was maybe a QuickBook desktop application, I needed to be there on that, of course, system. But right now, of course, things have changed, whereby we've embraced, of course, the component of cloud accounting. So the question that maybe you should always tend to ask yourself where you're sitting today is that how good are you maybe when interacting with these cloud accounting softwares? Of course, you have another key area where we normally tend to talk about AI in financing and accounting, AI in finance and accounting. You'll find that literally this is also another thing that is changing a lot of things. Yeah, I'm not using ChatGPT. No, we're not talking about ChatGPT because, yeah, maybe it will assist us in some way, but we're about pure automation. Yeah, we're about pure automation. So you'll find that when we are looking about, when we're about artificial intelligence in finance and accounting, this is something that is so wide. Wide in a sense that at this point, we have to customize our own systems in a sense that through machine learning, of course, remember, like machine learning is a process whereby I feed my data today. Of course, it keeps on learning what we normally tend to do over and over and over again, to the point that, of course, the more you feed the data with, the more it learns and the more it will align with whatever we're doing. So you'll find that where we are going, yeah, there will be customized, of course, artificial intelligence tools that are going to be integrated within our systems, that are going to be integrated within our work. Like Maureen is not talking about ChatGPT, the one that probably you are used to it a lot. No, it's not about copying and pasting probably on the GPT and giving it prompt. No, this is more to do with that, because there are various tools, of course, that are there, and you'll find that it is a tool that can help us majorly to make sure that we've aligned our tasks very well. Literally, they are embedded within our systems. This, the artificial intelligence that, of course, you are talking about, whereby number one, we'll find that what this will tend to do, it will improve on aspect of fraud detection. You'll find that we'll also be talking about cash flow forecasting. We have, when it comes to matters to do with trading, it will be very essential. Talk about risk management. When risk management with artificial intelligence, you'll find that this works, of course, as a double-edged sword, right? In a sense that while AI can assist, of course, greatly in risk management, both in identifying the risk and developing, of course, mitigation strategies, you'll find that artificial intelligence in its own is a risk. Because at this point, what you're doing, you're exposing your data to, of course, maybe sources that you won't be sure where they're going to be stored and how they're going to be used, as much as they are all the policies that you normally tend to sign. So you'll find that at this point, also on risk management is also a key element. We talk about compliance. Yeah, compliance in a sense that, of course, you'll find that the artificial intelligence or some of these technologies that are emerging, you'll find that it will always tend to help us, yeah, to know, for example, like the taxes that I'm having, acting as a reminder. It is so wide in a sense that it is going to help us in each and every step of our compliance issues, including not only aspect of taxes, but also all other legal requirements. So in this case, what if at all you can dig deep into artificial intelligence in finance, you'll find that it is so wide. It is not just about ChatGPT. Okay, the same case as I was telling you, like also Power Business Intelligence. Power Business Intelligence, there are so many components of artificial intelligence that has been integrated within Power BI itself. Today, I can do a specific analysis. And by the way, Power Business Intelligence is not only about the aspect of visualization. It has got more to do with visualization. So today, I do have a data. This data, what I'm going to do, I'm going to publish and, of course, use all the tools that I can use on Power Business Intelligence. The most beautiful part of it is that other than giving me reports, what Power Business Intelligence will do, it will also try to predict the outcomes of my results, probably in future. And what will this in turn leads to? You'll find that this will help either, if at all you talk of either the company or an individual, to make sure that at least they have set some aspect of mitigations to avoid probably such risk in future. See, so for business intelligence is also very, very sweet. Yeah, and that is when we'll be talking about now business data analytics. Business data analytics, leave alone the one that maybe you normally tend to do it under CASMED only. But in itself, the aspect of business data analytics or just business analytics, it is so wide. Because where we're living, of course, today, you'll find that I will not only be required basically just to do data entry, the traditional way of accounting. It is more just than data entry. Why? It will engage or it will involve us to go deep and do a lot of analysis. And that's why nowadays, you normally say like data is a very big industry business, whereby data in itself, this is a business on its own. See? So imagine the aspect of you're sitting somewhere, you just talked about something, then immediately when you go to your social media, you get exactly what you're talking about. Maybe you are like, there's a phone that I've seen, and if at all I get cash, I'm going to purchase it. And trust me, immediately you've gone to your social media or immediately that you've gone to online, you kind of see whatever that you're talking about. Then you are like, are these phones basically made in a way that they can listen to us? Or maybe you're just, of course, just discussing something. All of a sudden, you find that when you go to your internet, boom, there you go, whatever that you're discussing. So this is how powerful, of course, data is. And that's what you're talking about. Data is a multi-billion business. Yeah. So these are all about, of course, the emerging issues. We have the aspect of blockchain technology. And when you hear about blockchain technology, this is a very interesting topic that I think we should have a whole session just talking about blockchain technology, because majority of the people, even up to where we are sitting today, majority of the people more so on this side of the world, right? They are not very, very well informed about blockchain technology. So blockchain technology, you'll find that it is a topic that we can just set a whole session as discussing about blockchain technology, where the whole concept of a blockchain is we normally tend to talk about decentralized digital ledger, see, that will always tend to facilitate, of course, the transparent and highly securely recording of transactions. For example, the system that we normally tend to operate in when it comes to finance, this is a centralized way. And that's why the central bank will always have a say on how the currency is distributed, on how, of course, the currency, the number of currency that should be in the economy. This is purely designed from the main source, which is central bank, cutting all across the economy. That is a good example of centralized system of economy. When you hear about decentralized now, decentralized will find that this power has been distributed to everyone. See? This power has been distributed to everyone. Like a good example, of course, for those who have used Binance, yeah? You'll find that the metrics behind Binance, a good example of what you can talk about decentralized, because this is where we normally tend to trade and at times, of course, exchange this digital currency. So you'll find that in that angle, then that is also where we are heading. And I believe in some few years from now, this is not just a hype, but digital currency will be taking over. Yeah. We have, of course, the aspect of process automation in finance. When you talk about process automation in finance, if at all, for those who are familiar with RPA, right? RPA in this case, we normally look at it as talk about robotic process automation. These are when you talk about RPA in finance. You'll find that the reason why I normally tend to say that majority of the tasks that we normally tend to do, or the one that we were doing before as accounting and finance, you'll find that probably in Africa, not many business, they normally tend to use the RPA, but outside here, you'll find that RPA, these are robotic process automation. Literally everything has just been automated. Your task will only be just to oversee and look at some things here and there. So you'll find that that is one way that, of course, we should always tend to be very keen with. So the good question that you should ask yourself, and these are some of the soft skills that I was talking about. When you hear about Python, majority will tend to feel like Python is more of for the IT guys only. No. Remember, there's Python in business data analytics. There's Python when you need to have this knowledge whenever you talk about automation. Of course, there's a Tabla. Of course, in this case, you'll find that we have R majorly for pure analytics. So you'll find that where we are heading today, you'll find that it will be very important for you also to equip yourself with the concepts like Python in aspect of analytics. It will be very important for you to equip yourself with the concept of R. We have Tabla. These are some of the tools that, trust me, they're going to change the industry forever. So as much as you're doing finance and accounting, just ask yourself, how good are you more so when it comes to, of course, these other components? It will be of very great help for you. Yeah. So you'll also find that Python, I think, is also another tool that we can just have a session on its own. We discuss it inside out. See, that is one main element, just talking about, of course, emerging issues. The other key area we normally talk about, of course, focusing on finance compliance. This is a whole bit, and it is a whole wide concept that, again, we just have to make sure that we set a full session in relation to this. Then, of course, as I'm concluding, this aspect of cybersec, yeah, cybersecurity. These are a very interesting area that I'll want us to have a session next time when you're having this discussion. Let us talk about cybersecurity, and of course, if time will allow, we'll also be talking about blockchain technology. Yeah. So this point, I think those are some of the insights that I need to share with you guys, and I believe you've gotten one or two concepts, and it will help us a lot. Yeah. We'll be having more of this conversation as we progress, and I believe that in future or where we are heading, you really need to change how you do your things, right? So some concluding reminder of our very interesting discount offer for those who are doing custom courses or any other courses that we offer in our platform. For each and every course that you're taking, you're given a discount of 1,000 shillings for each. I've shown you how to go about it, right? I wouldn't want to basically go through it again, but of course, I'd shared with us on how you can access the platform and maneuver through the same, whereby if at all you've not created your account on the platform, all you need to do is to come and create your account now. And this is how you're going to go about it. Of course, I think I'd share this when I started, but yeah, no harm if I share it again. See, where we're saying that you just go to app.mdarasa.com. If at all you don't have an account, make sure that, of course, you've created one. And on creating your account, we have a whole lot of courses from Power Business Intelligence, from Excel training, where we have both advanced and basic, the Python that, of course, Mwalimu was talking about. So you have a lot range of courses. For those who are doing CPA, we've said you just do CPA. These will appear. Get started. You start learning. Currently, you can see that the courses are showing 4,000 per unit, right? But you'll find that from today all through the weekend, if you log in again, you'll find that we'll be charging each unit at 3,000. This is in celebration of what? Of course, Eid al-Adha for our Muslim brothers and sisters. And again, this is open to all of us. This is open to all of us, yeah? Yeah, to that point, we meet in another segment where we discuss more, right? Business data analytics and all matters to do with the emerging issues in finance. Thank you so much, guys, for, of course, attending this session and also contributing. See you then and have a nice time. Bye-bye. See you in our next segment.